Oh, 56 hard in the wall. Looks like we're gonna stay green. Oh,
they got a spin.
95 around, 33 hard into the inside wall.
Oh, they're wrecking up front. 93, Ricky Johnson's around, collects a 30, the 59, the 30, I already said the 30. Oh,
They're still wrecking.
Oh my God, the 22 of Jason San Diego, damn it. Oh my word.
Turn 3 and 4.
Side, they fly for turn 3 and 4.
That's 66 now. Oh, they're 3 wide.
Oh, Joe, who's
3.
there?
I don't know. They're 3 wide through the tri-oval. Give it to Feld there at the yellow flag. For the lead, the 77 goes to the inside, doesn't have the run there. Goes back outside, he's going to try to have the momentum through turns 3 and 4. Peaks to the inside, it's going to be a drag race down the front straightaways. Callum rolls around.
It's going to be at the line, it's so close. Murslack wins it.
Don't think. Oh, he got really close. He's going to look to the inside. Oh, they make contact. Oh my God, Joseph Weaver. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to tonight's feature presentation of the HOBO Racing Cup Series here from Daytona. As always, I am your host, JoeTowNetwork. Alongside me tonight, once again, is Mr. Ricky Collette. Welcome to the booth once again, Ricky.
Hi there, Joe. Glad to be back for another great night of racing here at the HOBO Racing League.
And it's going to be a fantastic one tonight, Ricky. We're at Daytona. What is that? We've seen Daytona races here on JTN. We've seen super speedway races, but I don't think we've seen a race like what we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, Joe, I think we're going to be in for a treat tonight. Actually open setup racing tonight. My apologies. The place everyone loves, Daytona International Speedway. High banks, high stakes, and high action. We got a big field tonight of a lot of great guys out there tonight. On this classic configuration of Daytona, an older version, a little bit of a throwback for some of our viewers, Daytona TR, Alley Rally Daytona. So should be a lot of great action here tonight. This version of Daytona, pretty well known for its maneuverability and a ton of usable racing lines. Should make for a very exciting race tonight, Joe.
Yeah, it's going to make for a great race for all the JTN and HOBO Racing fans at home. See you guys populate in the chat. Steve Miller was here before anyone. He was here before I was even here, asking and making sure that he was on time for tonight's race, Ricky. I see Judy Ann and Barbara. I know they're going to be rooting on the Rabinos this evening. Hopefully we see Steve and Dan up front. And then also MT Johnson checking in. Michelle as part of Gent Nation. It's some great fans that we get out for these HOBO Racing night races, Ricky. And Cup Series races at Daytona, they're always fun. We saw that this past weekend with the NASCAR Cup Series. And I don't expect anything less from these guys.
Yeah, I don't expect anything less either, Joe. Should be getting some pretty similar numbers here compared to what we saw back on Saturday with the actual Cup Series. I believe about 32 guys, 30 to 32 people showed up tonight, put their names on the entry list, just ran a qualifying lap. We're going to have a packed field tonight. Like I said, a lot of racing lines of this version of Daytona, a lot of places to be able to maneuver around with these big old Cup cars. It should be just as exciting as anything that we saw this weekend.
And it for sure will be an exciting one tonight. I believe the number was in the high 30s entry-wise for tonight, Ricky, so that'll be interesting to see. Qualifying starting to come to an end here at Daytona for the HOBO Racing League. Again, so happy you're joining us. A couple things that you can check out In the description, you can find a link to the Hobo Racing League if you're interested in signing up and starting and participating in this wonderful racing league. They're starting their chase next week at Darlington following the Cup Series schedule, so that will be fun for all of those guys. You can also check out our Facebook page at the top of the description. Give us a like over there. Show your support. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button right here on YouTube. I know I lead off, and it can be a little annoying at times, but all that little support really helps us here at JTN, and it helps these guys running these races, bringing us in to help them or to broadcast and give them this platform to show what they got. Qualifying now complete, Ricky, and with such a big field, I'm gonna go ahead and let you hopefully not stumble through the names like we normally do on our starting grid tonight.
Yeah, Joe, and it should be a good one here. Look at the count right now. We were actually both wrong. Taking out you and me from the equation, 35 cars put up a qualifying lap there.
Well, that's still high 30s.
So it's mid-30s. You're wrong.
High 30s.
You're wrong.
I round up. I'm positive here,
How
Ricky.
dare
I'm
you?
Mr.
You are
Positive.
wrong, sir. You're Mr. Wrong is what you are.
But go ahead, go through that starting lineup.
So we only got 4 minutes here, so let's do the starting lineup because this one's going to be a long one, folks. So starting on pole tonight, a speed of at a lap time of 47 seconds, .093. The 27 of Dan Irving will be starting in the front spot tonight. Alongside him on that first row will be the 113 of Caleb Lingle. Starting in third will be the 30 of Jordan McGregor. McLean in the 28 will also be starting in row 2 there in the 4th position. Herman Reese in that 73 Cadillac will be starting 5th. Followed by the 6 car, Rich Napick, 6th position. The 112 of Eddie Rayleigh will be starting 7th. And following him will be the 40 of Gary Moran, starting 8th. I'm scared, Joe. I'm scared. Jeff Stakenis. I got gun shy. Jeff Stakenis in the 31 will be starting 9th, and Mark DeCenza will be starting alongside him in the 10th position in that 33 car. Troy Donahue in the 81 will be starting 11th, followed by Steve Rubino in the 21 in 12th position. In the 13th position will be the 66 of Brett Carter. 14th position will be the 13 of Harry Kodian. Ron Simpson, the 25, starts 15th, followed by Steve Grant in the 11 and 16th. Starting 17th tonight will be Bob Gibson, the 46. And Duke Sorensen, the 59, will be starting 18th. Number 9, Dodge of Fugate will be starting 19th. And the 710 of Manny D will be starting 20th position tonight. Matt Stern in the 4 Chevy will be starting 21st. And Brendan Spadafora will be starting alongside him in the 22nd position. Ricky Bumbalo, starting in 23rd in the 85 car, will be joined in that row with Jason San Diego in the 22, starting in 24th position. Austin LaPlante will be starting 25th in the 48 Lowe's car.
To have more success than Jimmy Johnson, I'd like to put that little dig in.
Yeah, well, there's a pretty low bar for that this evening. The 29 car of Kilojoules starting in the 26th position. Wiley King in the D5 will be starting 27th, followed by Ryan Johnson starting in 20th position in the 78 car. Dan Rubino will be starting in the 29th position in the 332 car. That's the right number for this evening, correct?
I believe so. Something with the game, because he's normally the 44.
Yep.
But just imagine that car is red with yellow numbers and says Hobo Racing on the side of it.
Exactly.
You'll have the perfect picture.
And following Dan Rubino, rounding out our top 30 will be the 57 car of Rob Keller. Starting in the 32nd position will be the 14 of DJ Hinksey. Dion.
Where's the DJ?
It's DJ.
See, my list says Dion, but you know.
Good rehearsing. We rehearsed. We didn't rehearse. This is all off the cuff, folks.
We now have the list of names in front of us, with some pronunciations, so we can hopefully get them right. But, you know, you can laugh at us, too. We as long as we're entertaining you guys, we're doing our job.
Long list here. They've been doing this for 4 minutes. Randy Smith, the 10th, will be starting 34th, followed by Rod Weston, the 56th, starting 35th. In the 36th position will be the 17 car Pushrod, and Maverick in the 23 car will be rounding out the field tonight in the, oh my gosh, I think I miscounted the last few of those, but
You did. Yeah, you put us in there.
So, yeah, so Inkski in the 14 will be starting 31st. Randy Smith will be starting 32nd. Rod Weston will be starting 35th. Pushrod will be
34th?
34th. And
Maverick
rounds out the field.
Okay, you got it. You got it. I think that's the longest I've ever had you talk here on one of these broadcasts.
I need a breather.
Go ahead, take it. So glad everyone's joining us here on JTN tonight. Thank you so much for the support. Your support for us in the HOBO Racing League. It goes a long way, and it's great to see the chat, as always, blowing up like it does for these HOBO races, and we appreciate it to the moon and back. I know I say that a lot, and I probably sound like it's insincere, but it's so sincere because we started all this back in April. I started all this back in April, trying to do something I've always wanted to do with all the extra time I had on my hands, and now we're here to the point where we're broadcasting some great racing, giving you some great video quality as of late, and going to provide you with a great show tonight. As always, you can check out a couple of our sponsors. You can check out JoeTow Designs using code JTN2 at checkout for 10% off. You can check out the JTN merch store as well, with those designs coming from me and JoeTow Designs. And then you can also check out Autosim, the premier simulated racing experience. Check out autosim.weebly.com for more information. As the cars are getting gridded here, Ricky, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun. I love me some super speedway racing. You know, there's always action on the track. Always put you on the edge of your seat. It should be a real riot tonight.
I hope it's not a riot.
That
was a bad choice of words.
Give me a thesaurus here, Joe.
A hoot. A party.
A hoot nanny.
A wonderful time tonight. That's what we're going to have here on JTN. Again, so glad you're joining us here at the Daytona International Speedway for 70 laps here.
Drivers, start your engines.
The nighttime will be the right time for one driver at the end of this thing. Only one can win. There's going to be 34 losers tonight, and with the racing action they're most likely going to put on, that's going to be a disappointing thing, but the car's rolling off the grid now. There you see the 27 of Irvin and the 113 of Lingle on your front row, with McLean and McGregor on row 2, and Herman Reese rounding out your top 5.
How banked this track is here, Joe. These cars sitting still, look like they shouldn't even be sticking to the track with how steep that turn is. And I guarantee you tonight they're going to be using up every single inch of that turn. A lot of lanes here at this version of Daytona. Like I said, should make for some really competitive pack racing here. Be interested to see where the dominant line will pop up, if there is any. But be prepared to see guys all over this track tonight, using every single piece of asphalt that they can get their tires on.
Yeah, and guys are already saving gas here, Ricky. I don't know what I'm doing. Guys are already saving gas here, Ricky, so we're going to keep an eye on that throughout the night, because the 70 laps here kind of puts them in a weird window fuel strategy-wise, and be interesting to see what these guys do in regards to strategy this evening.
Yeah, I'd say I can't say saving on a pace lap's the weirdest thing I've seen in terms of fuel strategy at Daytona. I've seen weirder, and I know you've seen weirder as well.
We saw weird this last weekend with all the Fords running like 50 miles per hour slower than the Chevys after they pit, but
we lived it. We've run races before. May I bring you back to the illustrious Ryan Pace, the Daytona fuel-saving master, if you will.
Yeah, where I ran out of fuel when a caution came out in inopportune time, and I had the clutch popped in, and then he just drove right on by me. But with all that in the past, pace car makes the hard left turn down pit road. 27-113 front row into the restart zone. Green flags out. We're racing at Daytona.
We got these restricted engines here, Joe. Takes a little bit to get them woed up to speed. They're going to take about a whole lap here to get from where they get up to a full song. But when they're going, we should be seeing speeds around 190, 200 miles an hour tonight.
And already McGregor went up to the top behind the 113 of Lingle, Ricky. You think that... I know the low line is the quickest way around because it is the shortest, but we're already seeing guys trying to get up on the top side.
Yeah, and that's interesting. There is a strength in numbers here. Any kind of super speedway track you go to, the line that's got the more people in it is going to prevail. And it looks like a lot of guys filtered up top at the moment.
Right now, the battle is for third. That's about as far up as the inside line is. It looks like that inside a little less organized to start this race. The outside guys doing a really good job of keeping together. Move McLean up into the third position is now the battles between Napick and the 27. Or Napick in the 6 and the 27 of Irvin.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, Joe. A big field. I'm seeing a lot of space in here. These guys giving each other a wide berth. You know, it doesn't take. You don't need to be right up on someone's rear end here in the early laps to be fast. Everyone giving each other good spacing, nice and spread out right now. Definitely the best way to avoid the wreck tonight, because you know, you get this big of a field, the big one is coming. It's just a matter of when.
As we're still watching the 27 car of Irvin falling back after starting on the pole in that inside line. It just looks like the outside just doing a great job of holding the momentum right now.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of it right now, and I think it's because that low line isn't exactly organized just yet, but you're seeing them all start to kind of fall into place there behind that 27 Miller machine, Dan Irvin. I expect that they'll start making a charge back up here soon. Kind of notice that the top line isn't absolutely freight training them. It's sort of just those front four cars because they're running close together. As you see the 30 actually looking to the inside like he was possibly setting up a pass there, decided against it, Jordan McGregor.
You got to think McGregor's probably contempt with sitting there in second place right now. Early on in this race, only, what, 5 laps in, or 4 laps in, 3 laps in. Oh, car's around as I'm stuttering. Big junk entering the tri-oval. The 48 of LaPlante involved.
Oh, 332, Rubino, hard in the wall.
Stern involved, Fugate.
37 around in the dirt.
Your favorite
95 and Austin LaPlante getting together.
17 just hit the 4 after the 4 was parked.
It looks like a parking lot out here, Joe.
Oh no.
Oh,
LaPlante's
no.
stuck in the grass.
Yeah, and these old Daytonas, man, you build up such a tire heat. It's so easy to blow out a tire when you lock them down. And when you blow out that tire, if you get stuck in the dirt, it's game over. Oh, it's very unfortunate. 48 there of Austin LaPlante actually had to tow it. That's probably going to take him. He was, I think, behind his pit stall. So, oh, no, it looks like he's going to be done for the night. I guess 48 LaPlante decided to end it right there. Really unfortunate for that team.
Yeah, it looks like Matt Stern thought he was maybe clear to get up behind the 48 LaPlante, but was not. He spat a 4 involved. Keller also going through for a slide through the grass. But that was what happened between the 4 and the 48 there to cause that incident.
Yeah, and it just looked like the 48 LaPlante just barely grazed that wall, put him in a tight spot there. I think Matt Stern was would have just got on his rear end there if the 48 hadn't hit the wall, but it was just bad timing there. Very unfortunate. Lucky we didn't get more cars involved in that. That was kind of in the back of the field here. But, oh, man, Matt Stern almost went for a flip there.
That was interesting, to say the least, that incident. We'll go on board, the Grizzly onboard cam with Stern.
You know, Joe, I gotta get some props here. KJ in that Assassin's Creed 29, sneaking around through that wreck like an assassin. He came very, very close to getting caught up right in the middle of that and just sort of snaked his way right through. Kind of lives to fight another day, as it were.
They're just at the end, but yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, Ricky, really lucky to hopefully get through this incident without any major damage. You know,
Yeah,
a
a
lot of guys going through the grass, and a lot of times you see guys go through the grass in NASCAR, right? And go on board with KJ here. You see the incident up ahead, but a lot of times when guys go through the grass in NASCAR, it rips the splitter off. Not the case here in NR. thankfully, so you can kind of drive through that grass and not worry about tearing up the whole front end, ruining your night. But,
Oh, Joe, I was mistaken. The 48 Austin plan is still in the race. Apparently had some transponder issues, kind of lost him for a moment there, but he came back in. Oddly enough, ran a lap around the track on a flat tire and is on pit road right now. I don't know what lap that 48 is going to be scored on, but I would imagine he's going to be at least a lap or two down.
well, and a lot of guys involved in that wreck, Ricky. One of them was Spadafora. He writes in that the car's okay, so we're getting reports that that 37 machine is going to be A-okay after taking a ride through the grass. I don't know if it was too wild, but obviously a tough break. San Diego was involved. The plant and the 48 obviously involved. The 17 car of Pushrod involved. At the end there, KJ made it through. I saw the 14 of Hinsky in this Marty Robbins car. Looked like he might have been involved, but doesn't look like he's got too much damage on that machine.
Yeah, and Joe, one thing to I think for our viewers tonight, it should be important to know that we're running these guys are running on moderate damage tonight. So basically, I guess in a layman's term, it's exactly what it is. So you're not getting the full suite of damage that you should be based on some of these impacts. You know, mechanical damage is a little harder to incite. A lot of cosmetic damage won't mess up your car as bad, and it's usually a little more repairable. There are exceptions to that, and a big wreck will absolutely take you out of the race. But a lot of these guys, a lot of what I saw in that wreck was a lot of softer hits, for lack of a better word. Almost sounds like an oxymoron. But a lot of, I guess, low-speed hits there. Not a lot of really big contacts. No one flipped. So it doesn't surprise me that a lot of these guys are saying their cars are fine. Most of that damage is usually repairable when you kind of go through an incident like that. So I think we're going to see a lot of these guys kind of stay in this for the time being, at least until there's another wreck. I want to take account of how many times I just said there.
We reset them like this. Out front is the 113 of Caleb Lingle, Texas driver out there. Then you got McGregor in the 30, running second. Almost called him Conor McGregor, but he actually Gordon McGregor, which sounds so much cooler in that Folgers machine. Then you got Keith McLean, our winner from Michigan a few weeks ago, running in third. Napick running in fourth, and rounding out your top five. I'm not sure right now. It looks like Ray Dog's gonna be, or maybe they're. I don't know what's going on, Ricky.
Don't worry, we'll cycle it through here.
We'll see.
Get these guys re-racked here and get ready for another great green flag run. Single file starts here too, Joe. That's another thing I believe is important to note out here. These guys kind of do it old school style, race back and under certain provisions, finish under yellow. I believe single file for tonight as well.
Yeah, we're really hoping we don't get another finish under yellow like we did last time, but hopefully we get going green once again here. Woo. That was, we really, Ricky, we saw that the dynamics of the two lines. Now with everyone up towards the top, you got to think that this thing's gonna get strung out, right?
Yeah, kind of yes, kind of no. Strung out in the sense that you might see a dominant line prevail. These guys are going to stay tucked up together, but you might not see them venture down onto the bottom as quickly as last time, especially with these single file starts. You're kind of already where you want to be on that top line.
I gotta think though. This 113 car after of D. He's fast. He's got speed. Or Caleb Lingle. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Caleb. But Caleb Lingle in this 113, he fast in qualifying. You got to think that car's going to have a lot of speed, be able to pull these guys around the top, kind of like that old Dale Jr. style. Pied Piper at Daytona. That might be the 113 Ford tonight instead of the 88 Chevrolet.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. Any super speedway track, the most important thing is to be able to manage the field as a leader, make them have to work around you as opposed to you having to work with them. Just being able to dictate the flow of the race and everything up there means so much, and it gives you just so much prep time for the end of this race and figure out what your car can do. It's very important to be up there.
Yeah, Dodge Charger pace car makes the way down pit road. That feels so good to say, a Charger pace car out front, but gives way to the Ford Fusion. The 113 Ford Fusion here. Green flag, back out. We're racing once again here at Daytona.
Yeah, very interesting here, Joe. The field kind of spread themselves out kind of far there. They're all going to accordion back in here as they're catching the draft.
Gotta think right now, these top three, all Fords, they've kind of gotten a little bit of space on Napick in the 6 and the 40 car. Gary Moran. Be interesting to see if those guys, what the closing rate is, Ricky, because if you have a fast closing rate, that's where you can start to make a pass.
Yeah, I can already see Napick in the 6 there coming up quick on these guys, at least 5 miles an hour faster. Looks like he levels back out now. I think he's just going to suck in and sort of just ride behind him for the moment. It'll be interesting to see who's... We already got the 27 peering to the inside. I don't think these guys are going to be super content to run single file for too long. You can already see it happening in the back of the field. Some of these guys are kind of going too wide, 1 and 2 wide, just to sort of get the jump on each other. Kind of a big wad back here for about 23rd through 28th.
See Keller looking to the inside of Fugate there for a hot second, hot minute. It's gonna get back in line. Move up in front of Pushrod here down the back straightaway, and we get back single file. Really, the only guy trying to make a move is Jeff Stakenis in this 31 machine. I said it right.
It looks like,
I said it right.
You said it right. And it looks like he's gonna get some help. Some guys are starting to look to the inside. The 112 of Rayleigh looked like he was peering, ducked back in. The 40 Moran's doing the same thing. I think these guys are trying to set up right now. They're trying to sort of gauge to see who's going to move with them if they want to move down low. Some of these guys have communications with each other, you know, typical team calls and all that. But sometimes you just run out here by yourself. You really don't know what the general vibe of the field is. And you kind of just have to do that when you run single file. You have to kind of just keep peering around like you're going to make a move and just see if anyone on reflex comes with you. But it looks like that inside line starting to form up behind Stakenis. Did I say it right?
I think so.
Stakenis, yeah, okay.
Better than what we were doing. So there you see Cody Ann. He's right behind the 31s. So 31, 13, 21 is Steve Rubino. And then 59 was Sorensen there. Kind of your guys that are down here on the bottom right now. But it looks like Moran in the 40 and the 112 of Ray Dog. They keep kind of sticking their noses down there. But now... 112 car, Ray Dog, he's not going to be able to make a move, and now Moran isn't either, because Stakenis now to the inside, battling for that 5th position. Yeah,
and it looks like the 11 of Steve Grant's coming down there, too, to help these guys. The 710 of Manny D is catching them. They're starting to form up that low line. I'm loving this. I'm loving what I'm seeing here, Joe. We're only lap 11 here, halfway through lap 11 out of 70. There's a lot of race here, but these guys are not content with riding around. And this is a very good indicator of what should be an exciting remainder of the race, that these guys are this antsy this early on.
You got to think that, you know, if we're racing like this, you know, under 20 laps into the race, we're going to get really crazy at the end. So make sure you're sticking around. Share the video with all your friends, family, and whoever. You share it with your rivals, your enemies, too, you know. We don't mind here at JTN, but... this battle is really heating up with these guys running it side by side inside the top 10. Is now McLean.
Look at Keith McLean in that 28. He's going to come to the inside.
We got
here.
a caution.
Oh, looks like you're right. And it looks like the 10 in the 9. And oh, Matt Stern flipping off of turn 2 in the grass.
That's not good.
That 4 car's rolling, but he just went for a tumble.
All right, so we'll get you a replay. Oh, Fugate just ran right into the wall after the wreck.
Yeah, it's he hit that apron.
No.
You can see it. You can see the rear end on that thing just kick out when he touched that yellow stripe there. You know, apron this big of a track, these kinds of speeds, that leads me to believe this is definitely a slick Daytona. And when the track's slick, the apron is lava. You don't touch the apron because it is effectively insta-death at a place like this. You're going this high speeds. Very unfortunate for those guys. A lot of them look like they're still rolling. I'm kind of surprised Matt Stern's still rolling after all that. I don't know if Stern and Fugate will really be much of a factor from this point on because they're damaged down from the roof to the fenders there. It looks like the 95 and the 10 of Randy Smith and Wiley King, respectively, got through that relatively okay, so they might still be able to march on here.
Yeah, those two Pontiacs. They don't make Pontiac. When did they stop Pontiac?
Oh, we got the 332 Dan Rubino around under caution here.
Uh-oh.
It looks like no harm, no foul. Looks like he was slowing down and the 17 of push rod got into the back of him. So yeah, you gotta be careful catching the field when you're under yellow here. Sometimes even if you think you can slow down for these guys, you never know what the guy behind you is gonna be doing. It's like driving on an actual street. Someone could hit the brakes just a little harder, and even if you not everyone's reaction time is going to be the same, so it's very easy to just get rear-ended. Looks like these guys are taking pit stops as well. Probably a good time to do that. A lot of people were already saving fuel, so I think these cautions are going to help them make the run here.
You see them all coming to pit road. Rager's going to win that race off pit road. Oh, McLean and 113 of Lingle make contact on pit road.
My goodness.
That's when you got it. You have to watch your mirrors. You have to make sure that you're okay for release. That just looked like one of those instances where McLean probably could have went closer to the grass, and Lingle maybe could have took a different angle out of the pit box. So that's not good. I don't think that's going to affect their track position, but hopefully not too much damage on the.
Yeah, I don't think it hurt anyone. It looked like, honestly, Joe, it looked like McLean was coming out of his pit box, and he just didn't have enough time to move out of the way of the 113 there. I don't think it was really. It was just one of those pit road incidents.
Yeah, but that's you. Hey man, I'm really I'm thinking about every little aspect of this race right now. I'm thinking about, hey, this 30 car, this 113, they're pretty fast. It might be hard to pass them at the end of this thing. What am I going to have to do and I'm starting to learn, right? I'm starting to take in all this information, think about it. I'm not to the level of like a TJ Majors, Joey Logano type where I'm going to start throwing stupid blocks. But I want to start taking in some information that's going to help me. Or Tyler Reddick, because oh my god, dude. I hope we don't see a block like that tonight, because that would not be good.
Yeah. Well, looking at chat here, Joe, you're getting hassled a little bit, looks like. Looks like the fans don't really want to hear from that 37 car of Maverick.
What? Brendan Spatafora, that's Gent Nation, Ricky. Get it right.
That Brendan Spatafora? Who's Maverick driver? Oh, the 23. Wow, how did I misread? Wow, I can't read anything tonight.
You want to pull him in here for an interview?
I wouldn't even know the first thing about that. Yeah, I can pull him in here.
All right, why don't you do that? We'll bring him in.
Make sure that we're not going 1 to green here.
We're not. We're good.
Okay.
Did you get him?
Do you know what his tag is?
Oh boy. I'm running the cameras, man. I can't get out and look. He's the thing. Is there a guy with number 37 in front?
Nope.
See, you're JTN. Working out the issues. Brendan, I know I've seen you in chat. If you tell us what your TeamSpeak name is, we'll bring you down for an interview. I don't got the whispers working, so we'll bring you in here for all the Jet Nation fans.
No way, folks. We're taking this all by ear right now, but don't worry, we'll make sure that we get them on interview.
You see, we don't bring the proper radios down to the track, and then it messes up the whole weekend. We had to save a little bit of money. You know, you gotta save a little bit of money right now in this day and age. But a
little fun tonight here under caution. This is what happens when you don't get commercials.
Well, you know.
Those come at 10 to go.
Those come when the white flag's out. Oh man, we're trying here at JTN. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. I see the concurrent viewers up around mid 20s. That's high 20s. Now it's high 20s. It's at 26. Gotcha, Ricky. And so thankful that you guys are tuning in. We appreciate it to the moon and back as always. And thank you so much for doing that. It means a lot to us here at JTN.
It really does. Look at chat here. Steve Miller saying first class. Yes, thank you. We pride ourselves in breaking everything.
We're trying.
The best of the best.
So reset it like this. You got the 66 of Brent Carter out front. And then you got the 30 of McGregor running second. Caleb Lingle running third. Keith McLean fourth. Ray Dog in the 112 Army car running fifth. DeKennis in the 31 running sixth. Cody Ann seventh. The 27 car of Irvin running eighth. Napick running ninth. And then the 33 car of Descenza rounding out your top 10. You look back, there's the 40 car of Moran, the 21 of Rubino, Sorensen in the 59. There's the 85 of Bumbalo. Dodge. That's a really good looking Dodge. You got the
Joe, if I could interject for a quick second. So, how would you feel if I told you his first name was listed and I just didn't see it?
I would feel pretty bad. So
yeah, so
Mr.
he's listed as Brendan.
Mr. Spadafora.
We'll get you on the next caution. Don't worry. We'll get this all. This works good. I can take the brunt of this. You just got to keep everyone entertained.
We'll get you on the next caution for sure. If there is another one, you know, these guys that we're running single file here, we shouldn't be. Come on, guys. Come on. We can do this though. I see Danny Hardy tuning in. Welcome, Danny. Appreciate seeing you tuning in here, cheering on Ethan and KJ.
So we have a new face up here, Brett Carter in the 66. Cycle through on all that pit stops, leading tonight now.
Hey man, you gotta get those sponsors out front any way you can here at Daytona.
It's not a bad strategy, honestly.
Oh, it's not. You gotta get this track position into the restart zone, hits the gas, get there fast. Green flags back out here at Daytona. And already, McGregor kind of getting a little back behind the 66 of Carter. I'm wondering if these three Fords are going to try to make a move.
Oh, they might, Joe. I'm thinking, like I said, sometimes you get some team orders here. Some of these guys usually got some friends in low places all geared up and ready to go for these kinds of races. Got everyone together. These three Fords might be playing strategy right here, trying to draft together. That might be why we haven't seen much movement out of them so far tonight.
Hey, you got to think that they're going to try, as McLean now going to the bottom, making a power move, trying to get up into the third position. He's going to need help. Stekenis, Ray Dog, look like they're going to go down there, try to push that 28 car.
Yeah, and I guess I was wrong about Keith McLean there. He wants to pass. I'll go with the 31 here. Looks like the 112 is going to stay up high, but these guys should... Oh,
golly gee. That's about as crazy as I can get with my language. Golly gee, that was scary.
Yeah, these top six right here are all... They're the only ones drafting off each other right now. We've actually splintered off into two packs here real quick, it looks like. A lot of the field actually starting to close back in, though. Harry Kodian at 13 is coming up quick.
Kodian out here running a Camaro while these other Chevys are in SSs. Oh, boy. That was scary. McGregor now going for the lead here.
Yeah, these guys putting it all on the line tonight. Definitely not letting up.
Oh, he clears
Jordan McGregor just squeezes on by that 66 of Carter. And the 112 is going to look to the inside there. Not enough space. And they're going to cluster back up. Keith McLean still holding the lead on that inside line. Looks like that inside line's going to get some momentum here.
Looks like, oh man, Ricky, oh man, this is getting scary. This is getting scary. We're seeing a lot of back and forth. 66, big wiggle off of turn 2.
Yeah, you know what I'm loving? Not seeing right now, Joe. There's no pinching on the track there. That's how you know that both those lines are working beautifully. It's a 66.
Jesus.
Oh, good. Slid a piece of paper in between those bumpers. Brett Carter did not come to mess around today. Got that track position. Now he wants to keep it.
Wants to keep it. Running out front, get a big push from the outside line with McGregor and Lingle. Running there in those two cars behind that 66 machine. But still McLean and Stekenis and Kodian and Spadafora on the inside line.
And that 66 is playing a dangerous game, though. He's kind of leaving both. He's kind of running the middle there almost, in between both lines, if you will, trying to make sure that he can block as Keith McLean gets to the inside of him here. That's a tough thing to do, especially when guys are getting this big of runs. Because it's so easy to get run over from either lane at that point, because you're not getting the push that you need to when you're splitting the lanes.
Yeah, 40 car big moment towards the back, Ricky. Oh my goodness, we're getting racy here at Daytona.
We're not even halfway through this race, Joe. We just hit lap 21 out of 70. We are
we're
on
racing.
the ragged edge right now.
I told you it was going to be a good one, folks, and it's a good one so far. McLean on the inside, Carter on the outside. Right now, it's those two battling for the lead, and battles for third, fifth, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th. Say an odd number, there's a battle for it right now.
Yeah, and they're staying nice and 2x2 here. Another thing you got to take notice of, side drafting really doesn't play into a huge factor with these cars. Not a whole big need for it right now. So might be wondering why these guys aren't getting close to each other, why that low line isn't trying to creep up a little bit to see if they can kind of push those guys back, is because it really doesn't do anything under these prevailing physics here.
Gotta think, right now the low line's got more cars in it, but those guys towards the back, they look like they're a little more nervous to get up there and start really pushing this line, Ricky. I gotta think that we're gonna see some, as we're seeing some more side-by-side as the tires are wearing out. You know, tire wear, it's not a big thing here at Daytona, but as those tires start to lose some of that rubber, it's harder to make these moves that you need to be able to make, like we saw the 66 of Carter make, to kind of, just slide across the nose of the 28 car, take the lead.
That's right, and it looks like right now that 66 of Carter is holding pretty strong in that third row. I think it's just a matter of they just need one or two people on that high line. They just need a little extra juice there, and they'll get rolling again, as it looks like that 66 of Carter is trying to fight for the second position with 31 again.
Well, you got to keep fighting, but now Stekenis is going to move up into the second position. Kodian now challenging Carter for third.
Yeah, and you either want to be in that first or second position right now. Anywhere where you're not having to race side by side with someone is a godsend at Daytona.
As now Stekenis looks to the inside of McLean, just kind of dipping his nose out there. So Carter now going to be clear.
Caution is out on racetrack, Joe. Looks like the 57 of Keller.
Oh no. Did he blow up?
Oh, get that for you in a second here.
I want
Yep,
it
looks
now.
like, yep, the 57 of Keller had an engine failure in turn 1. Brings out our next caution of the race.
You'll see it one more time. And writes in that Steve's trying to move up in the field, and that, yes, Rubino moving up. But Steve moving up, but Dan staying towards the back. No, the 95 and 17 made contact trying to get around the 57 of Keller.
Yeah, some of these guys have different strategies here. I don't think we've seen all the players in this show just yet, though, Joe. Sometimes it pays to just hang back and let everyone sort of get the crazy out of their system, sort of capitalize when all the wrecks are gotten out of the way. So wouldn't be surprised if there's a few people at the back right now just kind of biding their time, waiting for later in the race to make a charge for the lead.
And we keep our promises here at JTN. As you see, the pace car just drive through the car, because it's a game. It's a game, Ricky. It's a game. It's all about the game.
Yeah, do you want me to wait till after the pit stops here, just so he doesn't have to deal with us?
Oh, yeah, because we're going to get a long caution. Make sure you can get into his box and talk with his crew chief and spotter, Ricky?
Yeah, we are men of our word. We're getting you guys that interview with the 37 of Brendan Spadafora.
But,
well, just let him do his pit cycle here. It looks like he's going to come down pit row with the rest of these guys. Let him take care of what he needs to in terms of focus, and then catch him on the flip side here when he's back on track.
Here they go. Everybody coming to pit road here. Already, cars coming out of their again.
we got an
No.
Oh, the 113 gets sent around. He's got to be careful there because he goes back on pit road and might actually throw him a black flag. He might be able to retain his position if he gets rolling again. Caleb Lingle.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why he's just sitting there because he might just, might actually.
I bet you he's waiting for all these cars to pass. Doesn't want to pull out in front. Yeah, see, he's gonna. I bet.
Yeah,
I would assume the officials would probably clear that black flag.
Very, very smart move there by Caleb Lingle. Oh, I keep saying Ingle. Caleb Lingle. Very, very smart, very professional move there to just sit there and let those guys go by. I didn't even think about that. That is very forward thinking there. There's a lot of guys coming off pit road right there. He probably could have backed up on the apron if he wanted to, but I'm sure he was making sure that no one was trying to get caught back up at the field. So, unfortunate, but very safe driving there. Very heads up.
Well, and why don't you bring in Mr. Spadafora now that he's back out on track after pit stops and get to asking these questions, Rick.
Do this.
Did you find him?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, there he is. This is the guys up in the JTN booth, Mr. Spadafora. How you doing tonight? It's been a little crazy, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been fun. I mean, that first little wreck, I'm glad the car was okay after all the sliding it did. So we're good. We got a good strong car.
Now, we saw you navigated your way through that wreck. You slid through the grass a little bit, but there's not too much damage on the front end of that 37 machine. Was there a little bit of fear there, or was it just, oh, I got this, I can get through these wrecks, they ain't nothing?
You know, you tense up a little bit, but then your instincts take over, and you just gotta navigate your way through it.
And now you've navigated your way up into the top 10.
Yeah.
What are you gonna have to do to try to get up front, to try to lead some laps and get all these fans in the chat cheering your name at the end of the night? I mean, don't give away all your tricks, of course, but
I just gotta make sure I hit my marks with the pit stops, and do my strategy with that. And just make sure we're, see which line is at the top groove or the bottom groove. See which one's moving the better, and go from there. This is a patience place. You really have to hold your own until it's last 5 laps, pretty much.
Oh, I definitely know. I like my super speedways too. But before we let you get back with your crew, your spotter, and get back psyched up for this restart, I know there's a lot of fans in the chat that want to hear from you, the leader of Gent Nation, before we let you go. And shout them out, whatever you got to do.
Average Joe Adventures, Michelle, Bobby, MT Johnson, Steve, my actual sponsors, VPM, and Prime Photography by Vining. Appreciate you guys sponsoring me. Appreciate all the support in Gent Nation. I love you all.
And thanks for taking the time to come up here in the booth. Good luck in the rest of this race. We hope to talk to you afterwards when you get that W.
I hope so. And thank you for doing this. This means a lot.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Good luck.
You guys are the best.
All right, Ricky. You got
I remember how.
You got to unhook the radio now. You got to get him back where he's going. Good luck, Mr. Spadafora.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy.
We're gonna enjoy this race. Probably more than you will.
You guys do a hell of a job.
There we go. I almost forgot how to do it. I was fumbling with that.
I mean, we're professionals.
JTN crew here struggling tonight, but we're
not struggling. We're not struggling.
10 out of 10. Give us an Emmy. We're not even on TV. They should give us an Emmy for this.
Now make sure if you haven't already, you're subscribing for more of this awesome NR 2003 content. We got some other video projects that I've worked on in this last week, premiering on Thursday night. My NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. We'll take you back through all of the 16 drivers there in the field. Competing for a championship over the course of the next 10 weeks. We'll do those videos after every round, kind of resetting you guys and getting you ready and psyched up for the playoffs. The NASCAR Cup Series playoffs starting this weekend at Darlington, but before that, Ricky, this is the last race before the chase for these hobo guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that want to get a victory here tonight. close out the regular season and start that momentum going into the playoffs, or chase. It's called the chase here. I get the terminology right. I'm pretty sure it's called the chase here.
Let's go with that. I always like that one the best.
Sounds better.
Definitely, though, I agree with you. It's great to get a win going into the reset. It always is a great morale booster, even if it doesn't do a whole ton in the grand scheme of anything, since all the points get reset. It's always good to start it on a high note, as it were.
And a guy is on a high note right now, Keith McLean's going to lead us back to this restart. McGregor in the 30 car running second, Ray Dog third, Jeff Stekenis running fourth, and Harry Codian round out your top 5 with Spadafora, 27 car of Irvin, 40 car of, oh boy, I'm going to get these Moran, 66 of Carter, and then the 33 of DeSenza. Pace car makes its way down pit road. We go into the tri-oval. Keith McLean's going to have control of this restart. Single file once again. Green flag back out. We're racing once again here at Daytona.
On Spadafora already making that jump to the inside of 13 of Kodian. I don't think he's going to be able to pull off that pass, but actually, I stand corrected. It looks like he'll pull off that pass.
Come on, Ricky. Have some faith in Jet Nation making a big move there. And we got a big move for the lead.
Going to the inside for Keith McLean. The 112 coming as well. The 31's going to the inside of him. I'm wondering what's up with that 28's that's really trying to block any of those guys or really try to jump in.
We're three wide. Spadafora making moves, trying to get to the front of the field.
Yeah, that 37's got a fire lit under him right now. And looks like he's trying to make a charge for this. He's got that 27 coming up on the bottom behind him. 13's peeking too. Oh, the 27's going to duck up.
But Stekenis now comes down.
Yeah, and it's interesting here, Joe. It really does seem like a slingshot does seem to work a little bit here. We saw the 37 do it. We just saw the 31 do it to get to the side alongside that 112. If you can kind of get a little bit of a gap on the guy in front of you and then kind of suck in, you can use that to sort of set up a pass. Not every super speedway configuration will do something like that. So interesting to see it here. That definitely helps a lot with trying to make these passes and kind of get those lines going. Just if it's that easy to generate momentum.
Yeah, you see going down into turn 3. Stekenis, McLean, and Irvin, they are nose to tail. That's about as close as you really can get without starting to lock those bumpers, Ricky, and really formed up here on the bottom right now.
Yeah, that Mopar horsepower dragging that bottom line along right now.
You'll love to see it.
It looks like they got some numbers too on the bottom for the moment. Will definitely help them a little more than the last run where we saw them kind of lag back a little bit.
Now
looks like Keith McLean looking to the outside. He's going to take that outside line. The 31, I imagine, is going to move up. Yes, he will. And McLean, he fakes him out, and he's going to go for that pass.
Gotta go for the lead when you can get it. McLean had it run for a second, but Stekenis is going to hold the lead here going down into turn 3.
Yeah, that goes back to what I said about being able to sort of manage the race here up front. Stekenis has a lot of opportunities to sort of get in front of these guys before they can make a move and before they can generate that momentum. McLean ducked to the inside there. He had a good run, but that little bit of a gap the 31 gets to have on the rest of the field there means a lot in terms of being able to block these guys.
And you want to make sure, you're making moves that make sense. 37 big wiggle there going down into turn 1. But this inside line right now, Ricky, it's kind of the opposite of what we saw at the start. Outside line looked like it had a lot of speed, a lot of momentum, but now we're starting to migrate towards the bottom.
Yeah, and it looks like that's going to change. 27 of Dan Irvin goes to the top. Keith McLean was looking at that top going down the straightaway, seemed to kind of duck out on it. Looks like that low line is now sort of breaking apart again. 27, ooh, that's a tight spot.
Those are big moments.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to fit there, and it looks like he kind of rightfully went back up to the top line. Yeah, make sure you're committing to this. It looks like that high line's going to get rolling here in a second.
6 and 710 made some contact there towards the middle of your screen just a second ago. As really, these guys up front, they're doing a good job of giving each other, like, a decent amount of room. But then towards the back, guys are starting to really push, trying to get up towards the front, Ricky.
Joe, we're coming down the back straightaway here. We're about halfway on lap 32. Lap 36 is halfway point. We're coming up on the second leg of this race. There's not a whole ton of time left. We're starting to kind of have the clock tick down here. So I think a lot of these guys in the back starting to get antsy, trying to make moves, trying to get that momentum going. they're definitely, the guys up front can't really tell what's going on back there, so they are at kind of a disadvantage at knowing which line's going to be faster. But the guys mid-pack, they're the ones dictating that, so they know, they can see it firsthand. So a lot of those guys midfield and back probably shuffling around trying to just keep in the fast line, do whatever they can to leapfrog some positions here and get up front. Easier said than done, especially when both lanes seem to be so even like they are tonight.
Watching the 33 Espadafora, just so you can kind of see a lot of these cars, and you can kind of see that. You can see these runs forming, Ricky, and that goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier about I'm trying to get as much information as I can right now. But that's to a degree, right? If I'm out front, I don't want to go to the middle of the pack to kind of see what guys are fast and how guys are making runs, because I want my track position as Irvin now taking the lead. He lost all his track position at the start, Ricky. Now he's back up there challenging for that top position.
Well, just goes to show that can be done. Irvin's going to split the middle here. He is very lucky that 30 of Jordan McGregor stuck with him there. Gets stuck in that middle line. He is toast. And oh, that 30's going to go in the middle.
Oh, 40 car around.
And he is around by himself in the dirt. How hard? Oh, that, yeah, he took a wallop to that inside wall. Very unfortunate for the 40 of Moran, that Bud Light Chevy.
Should replay real quick.
Yeah, it just looked like everyone bottled up there. One little touch led to another. It just compounds on itself. It's so hard. When two guys get together, it's like, it's so hard to save that, but just if there's a third party involved that gets the receiving end of that, like the momentum just sort of multiplies every single hit.
Back to your battle for the lead. Still, Stakanis and Irvin side by side coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, and these cars look really maneuverable out there. That's one thing too. You kind of see Keith McLean there in the 28 kind of looking high a little bit, but he's not getting into this high line space. He's not running into the 30 there. Looks like that he can really kind of send it anywhere that he wants in the turn. The car's going to do what it wants right now, do what he says right now. That's really that's really useful for good racing here. When you're just able to stick the car wherever you want, it's going to obey. You can run whatever line you want. The 40 is coming down a pit road right now. Very unfortunate for that team.
They had such a strong run going towards the front of the field, and now looks like it's not going to end a very good way. I think he spun out again down in turns 3 and 4 after he got back going. So tough break for the 40 of Moran, but we still watch this battle for the lead. Here's my thought process right now. Is a little spatter for a big moment there.
37 does a little wiggle there.
Do a little wiggle, a little zop, zip, zippity-doo-dop, bop, you know?
I know what you mean.
Sound pretty confident there. Anyways, you know who knows what they're doing right now? Oh my goodness. Great.
Who knows what they're doing right now, Joe?
I don't know. I was about to compliment these guys, and then it's like they're all shaking off the out of the tri-oval. You're starting to see that tire wear again here on this run. These guys, they all came down, they all got tires, they all got gas, I think, at least. It looked like some of them didn't, some of them did. Because, you know, you want your... Oh, Ray Dog, no, don't. That's not a move to make.
Yeah, he's looking, but that 27's going to go back to the inside here. Oh, that's a tricky spot to be in, because that 30's...
30's going to have a big moment.
Yeah, the 30's going to get a big run here. 31's going to get to the inside of him, it looks like, so he might not be able to make that pass. We'll see what McGregor does. Looks like he's going to fall in line, but the 27's going to... Oh, that 112. He is looking...
We're moving. I like
these guys are not standing still tonight. That is a tight move that the 112 Rayleigh just made. It's going to pay off for him as he's going for the lead here on the 27.
Try to put that 112 U.S. Army car out front here. Oh, he's going to... I don't know. He's not going to... That outside line just has a lot of momentum now as we're getting later on in this run, Ricky.
Looks like it for right now, but... You know, we kind of keep saying that, oh, this line's getting the run, this line's getting the run, then immediately the other line gets a run. So I don't know what to believe anymore.
Oh, big moment for the 31 at Stakanis off of turn 4.
Yeah, the handling's definitely going away. And all that 112's touching the apron a little bit. You don't want to do that?
Why not? You can't pass down there, but you can definitely defend your position down there.
Well, the thing I'm concerned about right now is the 27 of Irving up here in the lead, or Irvine. Irvine.
Irvin.
Irvin? Swervin Irvin?
I would say it like Irvin.
I want
sounds
to say
like the
Irvin.
race car driver.
Yeah, it sounds like Ernie Irvin. That sounds cool. So we're gonna say Irvin. 27 Irvin has the 30. McGregor goes the inside of him.
See,
As he's defending these lines, as the tires go away, and these guys start getting a little more antsy to be leading, that's gonna be a trickier game to play. That blocking, because these guys aren't gonna be offering any kind of a gap. Yeah, they're gonna be starting to shove up against each other's bumpers. There's gonna be a lot more bump drafting than we're seeing at the current moment. It's gonna be a lot tighter. As see Tommy Bordeaux, the infamous Tommy Bordeaux in chat.
Oh, the infamous.
Infamous,
Outspoken.
irreplaceable, outspoken.
Oh, he's don't say irreplaceable. Come on.
What?
He is irreplaceable. He's more than irreplaceable. Priceless. Fantastic.
Yeah, I just irreplaceable.
Wonderful. Come on, you're selling him short. You're selling him short, Ricky.
Irreplaceable. You can't replace him.
I mean,
yo, I'm getting you a thesaurus.
no.
There's thesaurus up in the booth.
I was gonna go there and make a joke, but I thought better of it. Working these laps, Tommy tuning in. I know there's a lot of guys tuning in. We've seen those concurrent viewers way up tonight, so thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button. Thanks to Average Joe Adventures. A deal is a deal, buddy, and we got you what you wanted to see. That's what we do here at JTN. We try to give you the best racing action. Listening to the fans in chat. Watching kind of mid-pack right now, where we're double file. Napic just got past Irvin. Batafora now on the inside looking to do the same thing.
Yo, Joe, I've seen a new face up here. Familiar name, new, but new for tonight, Mr. Mark DeSenza in that 33 Skull Bandit car. We saw him at Michigan the other night. Very, very strong there, very competitive there. Glad to see that he's back up front here at Daytona. Haven't seen him yet up here tonight, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if that was by design. Maybe he was kind of just biding his time, waiting for a little later in the race here as we're coming into turn 1 with 42 out of 70 laps complete tonight here at Daytona.
Yeah, we're coming up on a lapped car, it looks like, so this is going to be interesting to see because these guys have gotten back. Double file.
Yeah, that's a 40 of Moran in the Bud Light car.
Oh.
It looks like his car is mostly repaired, so I don't think him keeping up is going to be an issue. It's just trying to navigate.
Get around him.
Yeah, because he's doing 182 right now. Gonna take that high line here. Looks like you shouldn't interfere with Stekenis here in the 31. Yeah, they're gonna get behind me. You're fine.
Here we go. Big moment. Oh, no!
Oh, the
no!
27 is around, and that is gonna be a one-car spin.
He's gonna come back across the track. That's gonna be a yellow.
Good.
Is that a yellow?
Oh my goodness,
That's a yellow.
What a save by that.
Batafora
27
involved.
Dan Irvin.
Oh
Dude.
my goodness. Get your replay. Ricky,
He's definitely
that's
channeling that Ernie Irvin right now because he just wheeled that thing to keep that totally clear. Very unfortunate. The 37 of Spadafora hit the inside wall, left side. Doesn't look like a ton of damage. I think he'll be able to continue, but...
Dude, 27, 37, really close. Oh, 37 came back up, clipped the left rear quarter panel. 27 at Irvin.
So he got so close to getting just that 113, the 14, the 48, 17, all were still coming. They were slowing down for him, absolutely, but like, man, that is a harrowing thing to be backwards on track as cars are coming. The 27 definitely got some ice in his veins tonight. That was about the coolest slide you could possibly do at Daytona and make it out clean.
That's a hard hit for the 37 of Spadafora. Again, that's just, we've seen that weeble wobble all night long. Ricky, is that, we're seeing that weeble wobble is the, that's what I'm calling it. I'm gonna keep weeble wobble, weeble wobble, weeble wobble. We're seeing it all night long, right? We see it more towards the end of the run where the tires are worn out, and it's harder to kind of come back from that, if you kind of get what I'm saying, like to recover the car.
Yeah.
When it's doing that shaky. But,
Well, Joe, I'll disagree with you on that because the whole point of a weeble wobble is that it always keeps balance, and I don't think these guys are, these cars are staying balanced out there, as you just alluded to.
They're weeble wobbling, man. They
but
go a
they
little
don't
bit to the
weeble
left.
wobble, but they don't fall down. These guys are, in the metaphorical sense, falling down when they spin out.
Almost contact again up pit road. Oh my goodness.
I know my weeble wobble facts.
Yeah, Oh, 113. There you go. Go, go, go. Pit road's been absolutely crazy tonight, Ricky, but when I say weeble wobble, you know when you think about forces, and like the resultant force would be 0. They go a little bit to the right, they come back, they go a little bit to the left, and then they get back to equilibrium, right?
Yep.
Big words. Tell me I need the
You know what? Yeah, we'll meet in the middle, and I'll agree with you on that.
Come on.
But
I'm an engineer too, buddy. Come
yeah.
on. Come at me, bro.
Sean Whitehill just here in the chat saying, "I love a good weeble wobble." I do too, Sean. I really do.
Is now the point where I'm supposed to sing the Daytona USA theme? Working lap number 44, it looks like, here at Daytona. Probably have to get back from the mic a little bit. But McGregor, I'm thinking, is going to cycle out as a leader with McLean in second. Rod Weston staying out. The 10 car of Randy Smith also out here right now. And the 40 car, I believe the 40 of Moran. He's probably going to try to stay out, get his lap back since he just pitted. He's probably a couple. Is he 2 laps down?
No, he's 1 lap down. So we'll see here. It looks like he's going to stay out to get his lap back.
Might be a lucky dog, too. He might be a lucky dog. So come down pit road.
Regardless, one way or the other, I think he's going to get his lap back here.
So good recovery for the 40 team after hitting that inside wall pretty hard. They should be able, you know, with the moderate damage, it hasn't been too bad on these guys. But,
yeah, and, you know, with that incident there, that 40 team, you know, they didn't do anything wrong there. That 40 team of Moran did everything that they were supposed to be doing in that moment. Gary Moran there.
Just like Jimmy Johnson's team on Saturday. They did everything they could.
Went out of the way, got up as far out of the line as he could. You know, you can't go down low in the turn. You can't get on the apron. So the only option is to go up towards the wall. So he stayed there. He stuck his ground. He didn't really move around a whole ton. It's just, you know, it's luck of the draw sometimes. Daytona gets tricky like that. You know, these cars are a little unstable under cold tires. These guys had to kind of still get around them, and it clearly kind of upset the cars a little bit to do that. So not much. 40 team did everything in their power there, and definitely glad to see them get the good end of that.
Ricky, you say a car can't go on the apron, but it can.
And if you believe, but you're not going to go fast.
Let's get it started hot. No, not that one. I don't think I'm broadcasting these races for my singing talent, but you know, it is.
You're gonna get VOD muted. Whatever YouTube does.
Probably.
They're thinking melodic voices Justin Timberlake.
Dan Rubino writing in Gurr. I'm hoping that's not in regards to my little bit of singing there for a second. But oh man, there's got a spat of 4 writing in expletives. I'm assuming that is, yeah. It's tough. You hit that inside wall, you lose all the track position that you fought really hard to get, and lose it now. But, you know, we still got, what, we're going to have 23 laps to go when we go back green.
Yeah, well, we're coming to 25 to go right here as we're still under caution. So, yeah, about
23, 24. Come on, Ricky. You can't
yeah, I had 25 in the bank. I just did the math in my head. I just wanted to show off.
You're burying me, Ricky. Pace car lights are out, so it's going to reset like this. McGregor out front.
It's going to be 24.
I said 24. Keith McLean
23.
running second. Jessica Kennis in third. Descenza running fourth. Raydog fifth. Cody Ann sixth. KJ in that number 029 running. Oh boy, I lost count.
Seventh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eighth is Napick. And the number 6 Chevrolet. That looks so weird. Roush 6 on a Chevy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It feels like sacrilege.
Steve Grant.
Looks beautiful though.
Steve Grant just saw his teammate running out front in the 10 car. Steve Grant in the Speedland number 11. That looks like a Pontiac. Running. Oh, I lost count again. Ninth.
Ninth. Yes.
I got it right. And then the 81 car of Troy Donahue out of Texas running the Little Caesars machine. I love me some Little Caesars pizza. Running, finishing out your top 10 with Herman Reese. 11th, 85 of Bumbalo. 12th, 59 of Sorensen. Running in 13th. 14th is the 113 car of Caleb Lingle. 15th is the number 23 John Deere machine of Maverick. 16th is Steve Rubino in the 21 Hobo Racing Machine 710 car running. I've lost count. But there you see the 710 car of Manny D. 66 of. Oh, I'm gonna get. I got Brett Carter.
710 17th. 66 is 18th.
25 is Simpson. 48 of LaPlante. 14 of Hinsky. 78 of Johnson. San Diego in the 22. Bushrod. 95 car of. Willie King. 322 of Dan Rubino, Spadafora, Weston, Irvin, head car, and then the 40. I got it. We're going back. Green flag race. Base car makes its way off pit road. Into the restart zone goes McGregor and McLean. Hits the gas. We're back. Green flag racing here at Daytona.
Yeah, I saw McLean right on the back bumper of that 30. Great idea there, just to push him on this restart. Got him a little bit of a jump on these guys. Kind of get them out of the way for at least a moment, just so that they can start kind of dictating the race again.
You got to think, you know, these Raydog looking to the inside, and now the 31 is Stakenis also making a move to the inside of McLean, so those two hooking up once again here on the bottom. You got to think that you're going to need a good push of Raydog. Big move to the outside. Kodiak now going inside KJ as well. You got to think you're going to... I want to be out front right now, Ricky. I want to control this race. The best place to control it, out in front of the pack.
Yeah, and it looks like that 31's going to be taking command again. That 31 Dodge is fast tonight.
Oh, he's fast everywhere. 31 car's fast everywhere, Ricky. Even
Yeah,
fast.
Mopar
Oh,
power.
Raydog, no. There's no room down there. Oh, no. We're getting crazy. We're getting crazy. Get loud. It's what it's all about. Kodiak now moving into third. AJ now looking for fourth on the inside of McGregor. So that outside line, no momentum right now. Oh, 112 way up the track. He clipped the apron.
Man, he took all that real estate there to save that. That was a great save.
That's gonna bottle up that outside line even more as McGregor has. Oh no!
Oh, we got a wreck. This is the big one, folks. Hang on.
Oh my goodness, big wreck here.
Oh,
Napic 33 of Descenza.
flipping.
Oh, still wrecking.
Steve Grant here. Herman Reese. Was waiting for him to come through the field.
And he was just
KJ
starting.
in the 29. Arsenal
Oh,
Plant's
we're still
back in it.
wrecking.
Oh, we're still wrecking. The 37's
We're still
in this
wrecking.
one. Oh my goodness, Grant's still in it. I think everyone just piled into Grant.
Oh my goodness.
My word, Harry Kodiak got, I don't even know where he got damaged from because he came up on the back end of this.
He was in the initial wreck.
Was he?
Yes.
Where did he get that far back? Where did he come from?
Where did he come from? The front of the field, unfortunately.
Oh, my
now he's
word.
at the back.
Big wreck tonight here
Get
at
your
turn
replay.
3.
Bristol, the producer, coming in. He's getting all the cameras ready. He's excited. Tails wagging. I'll fetch this replay for you. It's a bump gone wrong, is what it is. It's really a bump gone wrong. The best way to illustrate that.
Yeah, just a bumper. We call that a good old-fashioned bumper grab right there. Oh, the 30, the 28. Oh my goodness. 28 of Keith McLean. Oh, he just barely got through that.
That's a commonality.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even kidding. Go take a look at that 28 there. He gets clipped and then he saves it like sideways on the apron. That was a Lightning McQueen move if I've ever seen one. But yeah, then these guys just sort of all kind of bump into each other. Steve Grant was sitting on top of the track, totally stopped, and then someone rolled up on him and just sort of knocked him back into a few other guys.
Not what you like to see.
Look at his teammate in the 10 car, Randy Smith, and the other Pontiac. The teammates, both Pontiacs. I think
So they have the same Speedland sponsorship, so I would assume.
a little bit of teamwork there. Looks like he just got his 11 there straightened out. But my goodness, yeah, there's not much you can do there. That's a bump draft gone wrong. Sometimes you touch bumpers there, and it just hooks. It doesn't push the car along. It just hooks them together, and there's not much you can do. Very unfortunate for everyone involved in that. That was a big wreck, which we were waiting on that. It's one of the inherent dangers of super speedway racing is when that big one's going to strike, and it looks like we got it here on lap 49. Goodness, I am blown. Keith McLean, by all accounts.
I don't know how he made it through that.
He, by all accounts, should be wrecked. That is incredible. When you see the speed at which the 029 comes back up on the track and like grabs him there, That thing didn't absolutely just spin around right then and there, and they saved it is incredible. That is a whale of a save for that 28 team. I know it doesn't look like a huge slide, but I guarantee you he took a good clip there to be able to save that thing. It's impressive.
Junkyard down here in turns 3 and 4.
And this brings us to the next interesting part of super speedway racing, Joe. Who can make a junk car fast? We got a lot of guys out here with damage, varying degrees of so. Some with very little, some with a very lot. They're all going to get to come down pit road here and repair. But some of these guys are not going to be as hot as some others. It looks like the 33 of Descenza is down for the count, off track now, retired from this event, unfortunately. A lot of guys just sort of rebounded off each other there, and they're all going to have to come down pit road for repairs.
Getting rebounds is good in basketball, Ricky, but getting rebounds here at Daytona, that's definitely not something you want to be doing.
That is definitely not something you want to be doing. And look at this 112. He got through that whole thing clean.
And out front, Pushrod out there in second. See our friends at the Full Velocity Racing Network also tuning in. I'm assuming that's either Phil or Todd. It's one of the two. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you seeing this great racing action that we have at HOBO Racing. Know you guys are accustomed to that, and we've seen it last couple races we broadcast for these guys. Right now, this is the last one on our docket. For right now, but I have a feeling that'll probably change down the road, Ricky, because these guys, they put on some great racing action. I know they love to have it, live streamed on our platform to show all their fans, to show all our fans, and just get their league and name out there some more.
Yeah, Joe, it's been a fun time doing these broadcasts. I think I just been in like the last 3 of them with you, unless there was another one, was there?
Let me count.
One in between.
Last 2.
That's 2, yeah.
Last week we were
this
with
one counting this one, I guess. Yeah. 3 of them. Yeah, and all of them have just been an absolute blast. You never know what to expect here, and we've had some wild things happen in just these few races.
And we're gonna have some great stuff coming to you throughout the fall. I know it's still a crazy time for everyone, and we like to give you guys just a little escape from that. Whether you're watching a family member, that being a brother, sister, father, mother, or a son or a daughter out here on track, we love to give you guys the chance to see those guys, see what, cause a lot of these guys, this is what they love to do, right, Ricky? This is their main hobby. This is something that's a lot of fun for them. It's been their thing throughout the years. It's been their escape, and we're letting them share that with the world. We're letting them share that with all of you, the JTN fans, and with their loved ones as well on live here. So
yeah, we're looking at it in chat right now. It looks like that's Phil on the Full Velocity tag. I bailed on Todd to do his gig. We just got wrapped up with mine. All right, cool. So it's Phil, so we have ammo to make fun of him.
We're not gonna make fun of Phil. Phil was a big support with us here at JTN when we started this out. We put our name out there to kind of get these guys at Hobo, and I think it's paid off for them, and it's paid off for us. We're giving these fans some great racing content. We love to do it. If you'd like to see more, we've broadcast the ASRA IndyCar Championship last weekend. Or last Monday. We will be picking up USORL for 24 races coming later this fall, starting at November 1st. I believe it's their first race with us at Daytona. And I'm sure we'll have some more great racing action here Tuesday nights coming up in the following weeks, whether it be here with Hobo or back with Fast as we did at the start of this. And you can watch all of the races we've done in the past on JTN right here on our YouTube. I warn you, though, varying quality as we've recently upgraded our equipment to kind of get it a little bit, I don't want to call it a little bit better, Ricky, but it's been a lot better as of late, upgrading the equipment, and we couldn't do that without all the support we've gotten. And again, thank all of you guys so much. It means a lot. So make sure you're hitting that like button if you like the video, if you like the content. Make sure you hit subscribe if you want to see more, because we're going to keep giving it to you as much as we can. Getting ready for this restart, though. Going to be Irvin back out front where he started this race in that 27. Sakanis running second, 113 of Caleb Lingle out of Texas running third. McGregor running fourth. Keith McLean fifth. 81 car of Troy Donahue running 6th. Then you got the 23 of Maverick in 7th. Steve Rubino running 8th. 9th is Sorensen in the 59. And running out your top 10 is the number 710 of Manny D here on this restart. It's going to be a fun one, Ricky.
Yeah, it should be fun here, Joe. 70 coming to lap 53 here, so that's 18 laps to go, I believe. So we should be here for an exciting race as we're coming back to green flag.
Yeah, pace car pulls off. They come into the trial. Well, Irvin's going to have another shot at this restart out front. Sees the green flag. We're back racing once again here at Daytona.
Yeah, you know, it's a wild thing here, Joe. That 27 was just in the wreck. Just circumstance how that whole pit cycle went. That 27's back out front.
You got to think a lot of these guys, they're thinking about fuel right now. You see the 31 of Stakena is really far back off the 27. Irvin got to think that he and the 113 of Lingle are going to get a big run here down the back straightaways. Now Irvin goes to the bottom to kind of break that draft.
Yeah, and these guys are very spread out right now. Looks like a lot of the field's kind of trying to figure out where they are after that whole big wreck. Kind of filtered everyone to 2 packs at the moment. We'll see if they kind of group back up together. But that 31's going for a run on the inside in the 27. He's going to take that lead.
Oh, he did a great job. Like I said, right now, there's going to be some cars out here that have a little bit of damage, Ricky, and you want to get those guys out of your way as quick as possible. We see a lot of single file racing right now, but I don't expect that to stay for very long as these leaders are kind of all jumbled up.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stay single file for too long. We've been saying that all night, thinking it's going to stay single file, and these guys have shown they want to race tonight. You already see people back here peeking that outside. They're playing around with that. Looks like the 21 Steve Rubino, the 23 of Mavericks looking to the outside. They're going to start forming something here soon. They need to start making these moves because as enticing as it is to wait because of that draft, you need to get up front now. You need to make sure that you are putting yourself in the best position to be racing for that win within 10 to go. We're getting close here. We're coming off of we'll be coming off of turn 4 here, taking lap 55.
Yeah, right now, really the only battle is Steve Rubino, the outside of Irvin, and now that's kind of gotten back single file. Steve thought better of that move. Gets back in line, but we watch these leaders, Ricky. They're pretty well formed up right now, running this single file. You got to think that one of these guys, as you see, the Irvin now looks to the outside of Maverick for the 5th position, but you got to think one of these guys gets a big enough run, they're going to take it and try to make a pass.
Absolutely. We'd probably expect them to do it at this point with the kind of racing we've been seeing tonight. It looks like the field's starting to close back up here as Maverick having a little bit of transponder issues there. Looks like he's back, but these guys are starting to bunch back up together here, and you see it, that 27's going to the outside, Rubino's coming with them. They got a lot of cars coming that are all going to be doing the same thing, and they're all starting to peer to the outside, so these guys might actually be on to something right now.
Well, it's all about risk versus reward right now, Ricky. We're still outside that 10 to go, so you got to think, am I going to lose spots? Am I going to gain spots? Right now, you could run that inside line. You could probably gain those 2 spots, as it's still Irvin and Rubino, the only guys on the outside, and now it looks like D in that 710 is also going to PR out there, 95 as well. But you got to start thinking, do I just go and take those 2 easy spots, or do I go up there and start working with those guys, building some trust up, trying to make these passes later in the races? Now everyone going to the outside line.
Yeah, and you see that 21 right on the back bumper of that 27. Steve Rubino making sure that he is pushing that 27 as hard as he can right now. Very smart right now. You see that he gets off his bumper going through the turns here. That's how you try to minimize that chance of bumper grab here, where the cars are moving around the least on the straightaways. I should say moving around the least, but they're going to be the most planted when you give them a shot is on the straightaways here. That 21 getting right up to his back bumper every time we go by on the straightaways. Looks like they're getting the line now, so he might be able to reel off a little bit. But 710 going to the inside of him.
They got really close there on the quarter panel. 710 of Manny D did something very interesting. He got in that outside line, Ricky, made a couple passes, then ducked back slow the first opportunity he got, doing a really good job of navigating this pack. As now, Maverick goes up top to block Irvin, now challenging for that 4th position.
Yeah, and the more these guys start doing that, start jumping up top, the more I bet you that 31 of Stakenis is starting to sweat a little bit in that catbird seat. He's going to have to block 2 lanes here very soon. That 23 is starting to move with that entire top line, and there's no guarantee that the 113 of Lingle or the 30 of McGregor are going to stay with the 31 there.
You also got to think, Ricky, if you can kind of manipulate the draft as the lead car. You run the bottoms in the bottom in the corner because that's where they're going to be faster, but they're going to get these great runs when they're running the top side. So you you work those lanes to that. That's like that's your foundation, right? Okay, I'm gonna block high down the straightaway. I'm gonna block low in the corners. But then you got to start looking at who's behind you and who's in what line. You know, some of these guys haven't really, you know, they're not up towards the front very often. They're not up towards the front week in and week out. Is now, my
the 30 and
yeah.
the 113 looking at that outside. The 23 ducks back to the inside. Oh, and that 31 is Stakenis. You know he wants to move up there and block that, but you know that he knows that he can't. He doesn't have the space for it. And that 113 is going to. It was a beautiful setup by those two Fords. And now they're going to be side by side here.
Yeah,
coming off of turn 2.
Maverick in the 23 has a huge run on the bottom. Got all the way up second in line there, so he's going to push this 31 car because he's got no other option, of course, right now. But now move Lingle back out front.
It looks like Lingle's going to have this point for the moment, but I guess right now that 113 is all dependent on how much that 30 likes him. If they're gonna stick together, the 27. Oh, Vervin moves around a little bit in the turns, gets a little dicey. 31 looks like he's dropping back to third as we're hitting the line here for lap 60 to 70. So we got 11 laps to go here, Joe.
I see what you did there, Ricky.
27's going back to the inside on 30.
Irvin, now we thought he might have had some damage, Ricky, but now looking to the inside for the lead off of turn 2.
He's taking the inside of the 113 by himself. That was a heck of a run by that 27 that he just pulled off there.
It's going to start fading, though.
He's doesn't have a safety net in the moment, but it's coming. It might grab him here. That 21 of Steve Urbino. We just saw him at the back there. Just a few laps. He just navigated his way through the field. That was masterful right there.
Great job as we're going to be coming to 10 to go this time by. That means it's time for our TWB 10 to go for coming this fall. A new business that helps you get stuff done. It's TWB from the makers of Kurt Co. and Furniture Ryan. TWB. Visit TommyBordeaux.com for more information about TWB's founder, Tommy Bordeaux, and one of our JTN broadcasters for more information. TWB, let's do this together. And these guys, Ricky, they're going to have to start working and doing this together to try to make up passes.
Oh, and that 85, Ricky Bumbalo is starting to come fast. Oh, my goodness. He got a heck of a run. Got a shove there by the 710 of Manny D, and they're making a charge for this third position here. This 85 Dodge has been in the back all night, and now, like I said, some of these guys were hanging around, and now they're showing their faces here right at the end. 10 to go.
9 to go now.
Oh, well, yeah, 9 to go.
Come on, Ricky. You called me out for counting early. I'm going to call you out now. It's not a noise. We're side by side right now for fourth. Bumbalo to the inside of Napic. But right now, real quick, I know we got Judy, Ann, and Barbara are in the chat cheering on Steve Rubino in that 21. Steve's got to start thinking about trying to make a move to the bottom. He's got Napic, a Chevrolet, behind him. I don't know if he's going to have the pushers right now, but if you can get to the bottom, try to be that first car in line, and you get a good enough run coming from behind you, you can definitely make up those spots and get to the lead.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if he's kind of hanging back a little bit here, if he can get that kind of run, Keith McLean making a charge for third, if this would be a good time to duck down there, start trying to get that line rolling. They're starting to get KJ in that 29's coming. McLean's about to come to the inside of the 21 here, and they're going to shut the door on him.
I just wanted to write in, Mikey said solid noise, Rickford, and Steve Miller wrote in, I can't repeat the last word because it's not Christian of me, but
what the heck was that?
Yeah, was
the
that
family show?
It's a family show here.
That's called a guttural noise of frustration.
Steve, big block on the 28 of McLean.
I am loving this.
You love to see the gloves.
That was a whale of a block by the 21 there. That was like, oof, man. Steve Rubino is a man with no fear right now. He is just trying to get past these guys. He's making sure that he is in third position.
710 D around.
Into the 31, and 10 up into the wall here.
Big wreck,
like
but we're going to be racing back.
The 81.
We're going to be racing back,
66.
Ricky.
Oh, they're piling in back here. There's a big wreck back here, Joe. Oh, my goodness. They are piling in back here. I can't even stress enough how bad this is. It's 113 to Caleb Lingle, though. Still has point. The 30 of McGregor is still behind him. Do these guys make a move here? They're going to be coming on the line. It's going to be 6 to go. Do they trust that there's going to be enough time for another restart? Is the 113's coming off of turn 4 here to take the
McGregor to
caution
the
flag?
outside. He's going to have a run, Ricky. He's going to have a run coming through the tri-oval, but it's not going to be enough. 113 Lingle has the lead here at the caution.
All right, Joe, 6 to go here. Do we think that's enough time?
It should be enough time to get another green flag restart, but single file is going to be tough.
That is going to be tough, but that's going to make for a lot of opportunity to leapfrog people on the start. There's not 2 lines that you have to contest with. Everyone's going to be just trying to get that immediate front to rear draft going.
Get a replay of the incident down in turns 1 and 2 that brought out this yellow.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, my apologies, Joe. It looks like the sticks of Austin LaPlante gets into the back of Napick at a weird spot. He has to check up. 710 gets into the back of him. Just bumper grab together.
81 hard into the driver's door. Hopefully, he is okay. Oh, and then the 8, was that the 112 of Ray Dog?
Yeah, they all come piling in. 66 went for a ride.
14 is looking like a tornado out here.
Yep. Goodness, that 37's had a bit of a time since we interviewed him.
Maybe we're bad luck. We're probably bad luck.
I think we got some bad mojo.
I had one time we had an in-race reporter. His name was Joseph Weaver, and you saw him at the top of the broadcast winning the race at New Hampshire. That was the race he was the in-race reporter for, and I think he just had enough good juju going where that getting involved in that wreck or that wreck happening at the end, and he didn't get involved in it. But oh boy, Ricky, big junk here.
Yeah, my goodness, they all came piling in on that one. But this is gonna be interesting here, Joe. Next few laps are just going to be watching the lights of that pace car to see when they go out. We just hit the line for 5 to go. I agree with you. I think we should have enough laps to get going again, but we do have a few cars a lap down here, so it's going to be a longer caution.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, Ricky. I mean, I don't know. On board with the 14 here. You'll see the wreck up in front. There you see it up front. You see 14 of Hinsky gets up, rolls off the throttle. All these guys, you know, seeing the wreck. Car's still sliding. It looks like the 710 might have slid down a little late, and then here's the ride that gives a guy a concussion. If hopefully he's okay, but this is, oh my goodness, Ricky. Oh my goodness. That is scary. That is scary.
That is a heck of a ride that 14 car went on. There's not much you can do there except hang on.
On this wreck, I mean, it starts exiting the tri-oval. Get you one more view from the helicopter cam. But it starts exiting the tri-oval, and like you said, LaPlante on the back of Napick giving him a push, and then you have the bumper grab with the 710 of D, the 48 car.
Yeah, and that was just a checkup and a bad grab at a bad time. Not much you can really do there. It's more just a racing deal. That, you know, just that little bit of checkup, and the 710 just got a bumper grab at the wrong time. Probably not much he could do to stay off the 48 there with how quickly that happened. But this wreck behind him was crazy. So generally, a lot of leagues, there's usually a rule about, they usually refer to it as a plow when you see something like that, where you have a caution and a clear hazard on track, and you kind of have people just drive right through it like that. I don't know if Hobo does anything in regards to that. I would imagine from some of the wrecks that we've seen tonight, they're probably just self-policing. But it's tough to slow down here, too. So I think some of those guys might have been trying to get that load down as much as they could and just couldn't get it stopped. A lot of tire sliding here when you're jamming on the brakes at this version of Daytona as well, so I'm sure there's only so much you can do. I'm sure you can have the floor trying to stop for it, and you're still going to be sliding the tires into these guys.
Well, that's got to be due to, you know, the rougher surface. You know, you don't have as much friction. You have, like, a greater amount of friction, uneven, and it's just, it can be a mess here, and you're burning all that rubber off the tires, and then eventually the tires are gone, and it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. That's the only way to describe it. All right, I think we're going to go green We're going to get one to go next time by, I think.
And it's going to be an interesting lineup here. Lingle starting in first, Jordan McGregor, who, as we saw there, very close finish to take that caution. Be interested to see if he sticks with Lingle here, if he goes out for himself. Keep an eye out in third row there for that red and gold 21 and that white and gold 28 in the fourth in line there. Keith McLean and Steve Rubino, both of them making some big moves here. 29 right behind him as well, making some big moves on that last run. To win this race here, if we go green again, it's going to take some big moves and some big passes, and I think those are the exact guys that you want up here to make this an exciting finish.
Yeah, so it's going to be KJ rounding out your top 5. Napick, LaPlante, Bumbelow, and the 25 of Simpson. 13 of Kodian, I believe. 31 of Stekenis, Sorensen, Maverick. The 10 car of Randy Smith. That's a name. I was going to say it's a generic name, but no. We're all spec. 40 car Moran. And then 332 of Dan Rubino. 73 of Herman Reese, 27 of
Lights
Urban.
off on the car, Joe, here.
Oh, baby, let's go. This is going to be good.
I'd like to bring a quick note to everyone watching in chat. Thank you for watching. 36 people watching right now, so that's the high for the night so far. It's been climbing.
Let's
People
get
checking
it,
in to
boys.
watch the final laps here. Get ready, because you're going to see a wild finish here. Whether we finish under green, finish under yellow, these guys are racing back. So,
Be interesting to see.
Some of the best races of the night all kind of rise to the front of the field here. Some of the craziest movers tonight, I should say. Should be a wild finish here tonight at HOBO Racing League.
Yeah, and you gotta think that these guys, they're gonna have to make, they're gonna have to make a move. That was what I was gonna say. They're gonna have to make the right move, Ricky, because you don't want to. If you cause a caution here, you're gonna most likely get involved in it, right? So you don't want to cause that caution, get involved in it, lose, your positioning, because there's also the conservative mindset that, hey, I might be running pretty good. This might be my best finish on the year. It might give me some points going into the chase next week, some good positive momentum. Maybe I don't make a move. Maybe I don't try to go for this win and just settle, I guess it would be the word. I don't think that's an accurate representation of drivers maybe in that situation. But you're going for the win. I don't know what I'm saying. You're going for the win. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not going to go all out.
Convince yourself to settle for Daytona. Nah, it's Daytona, dude. Everyone's going for it. A track like this, the grand equalizer, everyone knows that they got a shot at this if they got 4 wheels under them and a motor in that car. So they're going to be going for it. I expect them to go for it. Be interested to see how these guys strategize here. So, because the last restart, we saw the leader get physically pushed by second place, and that kind of got them ahead of the rest of the pack for maybe a lap, maybe just a little over a lap. Be interested to see if these guys do it again, if they can sort of space out in the 21 here, if the 21, the 28 tuck right up on the 30, and then try to sort of force the issue so that they're all together on this restart.
Yeah, pace car makes the hard left turn down pit road. Gonna be 2 to go when the green flag waves. Lingle, McGregor, your front 2 with Rubino, McLean, and KJ. Green flag's back out. We're racing again here at Daytona.
Yeah, and you saw 21 Steve Rubino made sure that he was up behind that 30. Oh, they are tucked up all together,
Ooh.
single file. They are going to be going for it here, Joe.
You got to get these RPMs up as quick as you can. The best way to do that in the draft. Keep that air resistance off the nose a little bit low. Rubino making a move, trying to close up on McGregor for second, but we're still single file out front.
And get ready, because they're going to get up to speed here. That 28 and that 29 are going to catch these guys again. You're going to see someone jump out, I guarantee it.
Someone's going to have to make a move. It's going to take about 3/4 of a lap. It's 28 of McLean making a move to the outside. These guys are starting to get up to speed, Ricky. We're going to be coming to the white flag this time by.
Yeah, and they're going to box in that 21. If he wants to move up, he's going to have to do it now.
Got to make a move. Lingle out front on the bottom. He's in the best position to win this race. He's going to see the white flag this time by 1 lap to go at Daytona as Rubino on the apron.
Oh, the 21 is Steve Rubino on the apron. That's going to be a big shuffle here. The 30 and the 113 are now on the, oh my goodness, the 28's going to look to the inside.
6 big hit, but we're going to go back to the battle for the lead. We're racing back to the flag this time by. It's going to be a yellow and checkered flag. These guys got to be careful out front not to make a mistake that we just saw Rubino make.
Full ham here. Get ready, Joe. It's going to get wild. Hang on to your seats.
McGregor all over the back bumper. Lingle out front. McLean looks to the outside. Peeks his nose outside for second. He's going to have a run on McGregor in the 30 as now KJ goes to the inside trying to get that third position away. Big blocks through the tri-oval. McLean to the inside of McGregor, but Lingle's going to... Oh, we got a crash!
And, McLean's going to take second on that. And how did that 30 save that?
McGregor with the save of the year. Battles back here for position. Johnson gets by Kodian. Oh, my goodness. What a race.
Caleb Lingle in the 113 Ford wins the race.
I didn't have words there, Ricky. Oh my goodness.
And how about that, Joe? The leader won the race.
The leader won the race.
Usually you see someone get jumped on that last lap. 113 did everything he needed to do there to stay up front. A great finish there tonight.
You're going to see Rubino, he got on the apron here. And contact with the 6, and Napik's going to send him into the inside wall. Full song, hard hit for the driver of the 21 Hobo Racing machine. And then we're just piling in, wrecking.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You could see kind of the car overrode the apron is law. Like I said earlier, he hit that apron in the tri-oval, and it looked like the car just started to rotate more. You know, it kind of sucked him down there, and then when we tried to get back up on track, the 6 of Napik kind of took his real estate.
Then we're going to watch. Here's the replay. McGregor going through turns 3 and 4, looking to make a move. This camera does a really good job of showing you these runs coming. McLean peaks high, peaks low, makes some contact with KJ. And I have no idea how McGregor got that third place finish there after that contact.
Yeah, that is a hard thing to do there, to save that car. We saw McLean do it, but oh my goodness, McGregor went for just as an impressive slide as McLean did earlier. How he saved that is remarkable.
That is crazy. And we're going to get you to post-race coverage here on JTN. Interview our top 3 after a fantastic race here with the Hobo Racing League. Ricky, it was a fantastic finish tonight here at Daytona. We had action throughout the race. Guys being able to make passes, guys staying in line, getting runs, and it ended up being the guy that was out front. He was in the best position to win it.
Yeah, and that's surprising, Joe. You don't see it that happen that much at super speedway tracks. It seems like more often than not the leader doesn't prevail on a restart like that. But tonight we saw that happen, and that was an exciting finish. That was fantastic to see the 113 there hang on to take that win. Fantastic race all the way through. Great finish as well. Well, we're at a loss for words. That's when you know it's exciting, because we kind of go into fan mode there, and we're going nuts over it too.
I get these guys, if they're watching, lay down here. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna bring in driver number 113, our winner tonight, Caleb Lingle, here in a second. Ready for this, Ricky? You got the first question. Come on, you can do it.
All right.
I believe in you. Bringing him into the booth, winner tonight at Daytona, Mr. Caleb Lingle. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. It was kind of a surprise after having gone to the back after all the pit problems I had, but it was good recovery and good race.
Yeah, and just to go back to that, Caleb, how did you manage to make that run back to the front after that pit contact there? You got stuck down there, stuck in the dirt, waiting for those guys to go on by, and then managed to somehow hang on to that on a late race restart. Not a lot of leaders can say they did that at Daytona. How'd you pull that off?
Well, I got lucky. I had a few guys behind me that were driving really good. We were holding pace with the leaders. I was about 2 seconds behind the last car on the lead draft, and stayed there. And then I had a good pit stop, surprisingly gained a few positions, and then the big wreck happened, and I put on the apron and drove up, and I was 5th or something, and I went to pit again and gained some more positions and found myself up there 2nd, and had Jordan there behind me, and he pushed me, and we went for the high line, went for the win.
And we saw, I don't know if you saw the crazy finish in your mirror, but when you see those guys behind you kind of getting those runs, what's the mindset behind the wheel for all these fans at home? What you see guys making runs, you see them peek into the outside, inside, but you were really committed to the bottom. What was the mindset there on those last few laps?
Yeah, there at the end of the race, the bottom is most of the time the place to be because it's easier to block the runs on the high side than it is to shoot down the track and block them on the inside. And I had Jordan there behind me. We were talking. We knew what lines were coming, and uh, we worked well together. And so did all the other teammates we have, and was helping each other out, knowing what lines are going where. So I was kind of prepared for whatever line that may be coming, and we could put a block if we needed to.
And Caleb, congratulations on your win. We saw the teamwork all night, the beautiful rebound after all those pit troubles. Before we let you go, you won the race. The stage is yours. Thank all those fans, those sponsors, whatever you got to do, buddy.
Thank you very much. I want to say big thank you to teammates here. Without teammates, this wins here are almost impossible. Say hello to friends and family. I want to dedicate this race to Ralph Pauly. He was a teammate of ours earlier this year, and he passed away around March timeframe. But anyways, so we miss him, and just thanks to Steve and Pino and all the guys over here at Hobo putting this on. It's a great league, and enjoy racing over here.
And we enjoy watching you. Congratulations on the win, Caleb. Good luck next week at Darlington.
Thank you very much.
That was Caleb Lingle, our winner tonight here at Daytona. Moving from one DA track to another DA track next week, Ricky. You got a lot of momentum going into the chase.
Oh yeah, definitely. Win going into the chase, like I said, a huge morale booster, just a huge, really great way to get started on the chase. Doesn't really mean a whole ton with the points reset, but just on principle, it's great to have that win going into it, to know that you can pull it off.
We're going to get our second place finisher, Keith McLean, in just a second here. Here he is. Driver, the number 28 Haviland Ford Fusion. Mr. Keith McLean. That was a crazy finish at the end, buddy. What are the emotions right now, finishing second here at Daytona?
Hey, Joe, how y'all doing? It was, I'm just happy to finish Daytona. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do know what you mean. We saw a lot of big wrecks, and when the big one struck, we saw you pull off the save of the year. What was going through your mind when 29 KJ, he barely makes contact with you after getting involved in that wreck, and you just did a great job of being a wheelman out there in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, I seen everybody wrecking, and I seen him coming up. I said, oh, Lord, here we go. And then he hit me, and I was like, oh, well, that wasn't too bad.
And, we saw you had to go from the back to the front a couple times throughout the race. What do you have? What did you have to do to be able to pull that off?
Shit, I was up front all night long. The furthest I think I ever got back was 4th or 5th.
That's pretty far back for you.
It was tough. Me and Jeff Stakanis were hooked up really good on the bottom, and it was kind of surprised me we could pass the top row, because there's Caleb and Jordan up there and some really fast guys, but we couldn't. About after one of the third or fourth caution, we got separated and we couldn't ever work. But at the end, I had my old teammate KJ back on my butt pushing me. We was gonna push old Rubino through there, and he couldn't ever decide to make a move, so we had to make something happen.
And Keith, congratulations on the second place finish, a spectacular finish to the race too. Getting that done with second place. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. That was a crazy finish. I'm still at a loss for words, but before we let you go, you got that second place finish, earned it. Thank all the sponsors, fans, whoever you got to shout out here.
Just like to thank the Rubinos for the great league they run, and appreciate y'all for broadcasting, doing a great job. I've been looking at some of your other leagues you've been doing, and y'all doing a hell of a job. I'd like to give a shout out to my mom, because last time when I won, I didn't say nothing about mama. So there's a shout out to mom and everybody else. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. Congratulations on the second. Good luck next week at Darlington.
Thank you.
That was Keith McLean, driver of the number 28 Haviland Ford Fusion. Ricky, great finish for Keith. Obviously wants to get the win here at Daytona, because you always want to win here at Daytona, but you can't be too disappointed with second.
Oh, not at all. You finished second at Daytona. It's like you survived the gauntlet. That's plenty to hold your head high about.
To bring in our last of our podium drivers, Mr. Jordan McGregor, in a second, Ricky. But we look through these results. A lot of names but a lot of accidents and drivers retiring due to those accidents tonight. What caused all the craziness here at Daytona?
Just Daytona. Super speedway racing, it's inherent that you're always going to be on the ragged edge. You're always going to be just right on the edge of wrecking. Everyone's double filed constantly. Everyone's slammed together. Everyone's high speeds. The cars are unstable. Sometimes the drivers are unstable. Everything's unstable. It's a powder keg waiting to go off, and to be able to.
Had a little blip in the stream. So sorry about that, folks at home. So we're recording down here. I think I might just drag him. I might just drag him by his bootstraps in a second. Take a chance. Take a chance, Ricky.
Yeah, take a chance.
All right, we'll bring him in. Jordan McGregor, driver the number 30 Folgers. It was a Ford Mustang. Congratulations on the third place finish. Although you had second there coming into the tri-oval. What happened there?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. You know what? Super speedways are always kind of tough at the end of the race, especially when you're following your teammate. You don't want to hang him out to dry and try to pass him too early. So you try to pick that right time. I didn't pick right, but luckily we finished third. I'll take a third at a super speedway any day because these are my kryptonite. Can't stand coming to them. But today was a good race overall. We had a good car all day. Got in the back of another teammate, the 112 car of Eddie, and trying to help him get back up to speed, and just upset his car a little bit too much. So I got to apologize to him for that, and apologize for ruining his race there.
When you talk about these super speedways, they're your kryptonite, and I'm gonna make a assumption that that's because of just the crazy wrecks that happened. We saw a lot of those tonight. What kind of went through getting through those wrecks, being safe out there on track?
Here it's all luck. It's 50-50 chance. If you're gonna finish or get caught up in a wreck, half the time you're the one in the big one. And I talked about it on my stream quite a bit that there's so much white knuckle racing and everybody's just so focused. One person makes a mistake and it can take out a half the field. So really just trying to stay focused is all you can do. Just try to miss the wrecks and prevent it from causing wrecks.
Well, and I'm assuming a lot of focus went into that tri-oval finish of the year so far here on JTN. Was there, you get hit, you're sideways through the tri-oval, not a good position, especially with the 20 or 30 guys coming screaming through there trying to get to the finish as well. But you made a heck of a save. How did you do that? Did you know how you did that, or does it go back to luck?
Yeah, most of that's luck. Me and the 28, we got together there, and he kind of was in me long enough, in the side of my door long enough to where it kind of helped me straighten out just a little bit. And I just had the right amount of wheel into it and was able to straighten it out. So luck there too. That it's always good racing with the 28 and the 029. I knew that they were going to be coming because they're teammates too. And Caleb and I were going to try to hold them back as long as we could. But good race to them too. They ran a good race also.
Yeah, and Jordan, before we let you go, you earned the third place finish. Anyone you want to shout out, thank, this is your time to do so.
Yeah, you just got to thank all my teammates, Caleb, Eddie, Mark, Ryan, Troy. Good group of guys that we've been running with all year. Got to thank my family, my wife, and my brother, and my mom, and my dad. They've all been watching the streams and the broadcasts. So it's nice to have people watching. We're excited to go into the Chaser with the points lead. I think we've got a good shot at it this year. We haven't ran Darlington yet this year, but Darlington's been a pretty good track in the past. So looking forward to getting into these last 10 races or so and seeing if we can try to get a championship this year.
Congratulations on the third place finish tonight. Congratulations on that points lead going into the Chase. I know that's big, and good luck at Darlington and for those next 10 races. Go get that championship.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Hey, I got to congratulate Caleb too on his win. He drove a heck of a race. He came from the back of the pack, and him and I got together on pit road there once, and just it shows his tenacity to get back up there and win that race. So congrats to him, and thank you guys for doing a great broadcast tonight.
Thanks, Jordan. Good luck next week. That was Jordan McGregor, driver number 30 Folgers Ford Mustang. And Ricky, before we end this broadcast, I always ask you one word to sum it up.
Wild. All I can say is just wild. It was just start to finish. It's always action on track. Everyone racing. No one. There was never any downtime in this race, Joe. it was just wild from start to finish, and it was just an absolute blast to watch with you here on JTN.
And it was a great time here on JTN, as it always is. I do say so myself. Make sure, if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button. Hit like on the video if you loved the racing you saw. You can also check out the Hobo Racing League in the link in the description below, where it'll take you to their website. You can find out more on how to sign up, information about races, schedules, and all that jazz. It's a fun time. You can also check out our Facebook page. Give us a like over there. Hobo also has a Facebook page. I should probably put that link down there, because that's where you can get more information about the winners, losers, and all the points stuff. But as always, for all of us at JTN, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it to the moon and back. The support's been a lot. We've built this from the ground up over the last 6 or so months. It's less than 6 months, Ricky. It's been less than half a year, and we've built this up to something that I'm really proud of, and I hope that you enjoy it too. For Bristol the dog, for Ricky Collette, for all of us here at JTN, I'm Joe Twansky. Make sure you spread love, peace, and happiness to all those that cross your path, and we'll see you guys. Make sure you tune in Thursday night, 7:30 for the JTN NASCAR Cup Series playoff preview. It's going to be a fun one, premiering right here on YouTube. So long for now, and we'll see you guys next time right here on YouTube. Thank you so much.